Welcome, folks, to Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Pistol Pete and the Paddle people are ready. This is a great environment. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see a team that made use of a bye week, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the second-ranked team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Buffaloes will kick this deep to get us going. Return man decides to signal fair catch. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The ball is loose. It's a turnover.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing. Let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Using that challenge, a smart move by the head coach as the officials overturn the previous ruling on the field. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On the run, it's Proctor. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw, but I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
An inside give now from the shotgun. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
No problem with the BAT right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner looking to make a play here. Coverage team brings down the returner. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Early on in a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to their offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Hard running there, breaking tackles. They've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
Good, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
After the huge play, they're pounding on the door. It's first and goal at the 3. They flip it to him on the jet sweep, and he'll get there. Touchdown, Colorado.
Man, I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, that's a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't a score.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. On the ground, it's Proctor. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it second and medium. Handoff running right. Powerful running into the secondary. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. The big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first down.
And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Running back has it on a screen now. In the clear at the 25. They make the tackle, but that screen pass call worked out. They gained the first down yardage.
Well, that's exactly why you dial up the screen. The defense is over-committing to the pass rush and trying to apply pressure on the quarterback. Great execution, plenty of space available, and, man, he had a convoy downfield to help him pick up big yards.
The gain is 3 yards, so second and 7. Moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points. Now
they get set to kick it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Looking for a gap. It's McCormick. Fights through a tackle. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Handoff from the shotgun.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a 4th down now.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the 1st down.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Give it to the big fullback here. It's a solid game to pick up the 1st down in what'll be likely the final play of this 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State 14, Colorado 7.
What are you doing?
And the Buffaloes offense is on the move now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Fights off a defender. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Brings up 2nd down.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. They go backwards on that 3rd down completion. Sets up a 4th down. So a field goal attempt coming up now. Field goal try, no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Fighting him off. Again, ripping through the defense. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a 1st down.
Good enough for a 1st down.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it. You make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Cowboys with 1st and 10 here. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, the football comes out. And the offense recovers the fumble.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by his teammate.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. 1st and 10 play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Handoff here from the shotgun. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
1st down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. First and 10 now for the offense. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Oh, and he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. That'll bring up second down.
That's an athletic play by the defensive back, playing tight coverage, seeing the ball, and not giving the receiver a chance to get their hands on it.
Offense getting set. It's second down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Caught quickly.
Chris, it's not always the big, tall receiver that gives these defenses headaches on slant routes. Sometimes it can be that undersized guy from the slot. It's very tough to get your hands on.
Here comes an important third down play. The coach does not want to send the field goal kicker out there after what happened last time. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up fourth down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion. They do it for a second time. Receiver makes the grab. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. The Buffaloes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. See if the penalty proves costly. First down and 15 now. Looking to chuck it again. Tries the right with a quick throw. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's got some space. He's at the 50. Now the 40. At the 20. The 10. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
First and goal now, a chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's third touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see what the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Buffaloes offense is back out there on the field. Backed up this close to the red zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball. This one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Tough situation with the offense. Third and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Play action fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. Time running out here in the first half. Wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive in this position. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's moving out of the pocket. He's looking to scramble. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Second down, we're going to throw it. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So it's 3rd down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. And that one's straight down the middle. But there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that's about. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And he fields it inside the 15. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Cowboys will kick this away to get the second half going. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. A pre-snap motion from the offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. There's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
I thought the defense was in pretty good position there. They sat back and had good coverage, eyes on the quarterback, but you almost got to just give the quarterback and the receiver credit for being able to come up with that completion.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Now the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
They've converted both previous 4th down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
Fires it to his target. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They'd love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. Here comes a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They make the tackle, but it's a big gain. Ball near midfield, spotted at the 49.
Hey, when it's your day, it's your day. This offense, and especially this running back, enjoying a monster day, putting up huge numbers and having a nice, big, comfortable lead.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And the Cowboys have 1st and 10 here. And he's got it again. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Now it's 2nd down here. On the ground, it's Hicks. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Touchdown, Cowboys. And the route is on.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3, this is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
And the PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
It's a quick grab, and he's tackled immediately, so not much of a gain on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to a...
No shot to bring him down. Just destroying defenders. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
And the Buffaloes pick up enough for a first down. He hands it off from the gun. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. The pocket breaking down. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's a fumble. The offense falls on the fumble, keeps possession.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? They'll try and run it with the fullback. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
Direct snap to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he pulls in the catch. You make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State 38, Colorado 7.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Deep ball caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
The pass rush closing in. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit, they were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Makes the catch downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
And the Buffaloes will have 1st and 10 here. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
The Buffaloes are looking to keep this drive going. He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
And the wideout goes in motion. 4th down. He's throwing for it. He fires it. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Running out of time in the pocket. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
2nd down play coming up. Looking to throw yet again. Looking to scramble now. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. And the Buffaloes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Makes a quick catch.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
He's got it on a crossing route. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hand.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffs.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user have not turned the game off and reset their plan into the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he gets into the end zone to make the score look slightly more respectable.
And makes this Oklahoma State 45, Colorado.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Sets the kickoff.
And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. He shreds the tackle. And that run produces a decent gain. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Brings up second down.
Using his legs, it's Hicks. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And the offense will spend a timeout here with 20 seconds on the clock.
Well, the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Just runs through a man, a mismatch. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining.
Oklahoma State.
The Cowboys line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the beatdown continues.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
Extra point splits the uprights. Getting set to kick the ball off now. This one will be fair caught. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the Staffs a little bit and won't make a difference in the outcome. Touchdown, Buffaloes. Made the defense look slow that time.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And the defense brings him down.
Interesting call here by this offense on the 2-point conversion. Just not enough depth on that route to get him across the goal line. And the defense does a nice job of coming up with that tackle to keep him short.
And the hands team able to recover the Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he'll take a sack on the final play. A weird ending, but a very sweet victory. Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games that are a little bit more suspenseful. This one got out of hand early, ended up being a rout.
That's putting it nicely, Chris, right? This was a complete blowout. A solid performance in all areas by this team. Their coaches should be proud of how they looked out there today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Here's the handoff. At the 35, he's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass, it's Bean. Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
On the move at the 30. Oh, look out. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Handoff to the lone back. Finds a crease at the 20. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
He steps and line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to pass, it's Bean. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. The last edition of Bedlam went to Oklahoma State, and the Cowboys rolled in a big way.
They smashed the Sooners, and I guarantee a year now, Palmer, they're ready to do something about it.
Yeah, that was embarrassing for Oklahoma. You know, the Pokes are kind of the little brother in this rivalry, and to have your little brother smash you like that and do it on a national stage, that's something the Sooners have had to hear about all year long. They're going to try and turn the tables here today.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. They give it to him again. Oh, gave the defender the business. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. At the 20, he's got space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he put...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown! Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll put the tight end in motion. The run to the left. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game.
He lobs one high down the left side. Got it! He gets it in! Touch! First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Proctor. Still running at the 40. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll leave it with him. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Looking for right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the... Into the end zone he goes. Pistols. Less than half minute to play here in the half. Let's see how aggressive they are on first and 10. They'll throw it on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking to pass. It's Bean. Throwing right. A strike downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.